You're looking for an espresso machine that's not just a collection of flashy specs, but something that actually fits into your kitchen routine without turning coffee time into a chore. You want a machine that's reliable, easy to live with day after day, and worth the money you're spending, not just a gadget that looks good on a countertop. The hesitation most of us feel before splurging on a high-end espresso rig is real. What if the learning curve is steep, the maintenance is a nightmare, or the coffee ends up tasting like a watered-down version of what you get at a CAF? That fear of buying the wrong thing is why I spent a good chunk of time digging through forums, watching unboxings, and reading the handful of reviews that actually talk about daily life with the Oracle Touch. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the Oracle Touch tries to bridge the gap between fully manual machines and those push a button and get a latte appliances. It does this with a touchscreen that walks you through each step, from grinding the beans to pulling the shot and texturing the milk. In practice, that means you don't have to memorize grind sizes or pressure settings. The machine adjusts them for you based on the bean profile you select. If you've ever owned a grinder that felt like a mystery box, this is a huge relief. You load the beans, tap espresso, and the machine handles dose control, tamping, and extraction pressure automatically. What really matters when you bring a machine like this home is how it behaves on the mornings when you're half asleep. The Oracle Touch heats up in about 3 minutes, quick enough that you can have a shot before you're out the door, but not instant like a pod machine. The pre-programmed profiles are handy for the occasional latte lover, but they also let you fine-tune the temperature and shot volume if you're particular about flavor nuances. I tested the standard espresso setting with a light roast from a local roaster, and the shot came out with a thin crema that held up for at least 30 seconds, giving you enough time to steam milk without the coffee turning bitter. If you're the type who enjoys milk-based drinks, the automatic microfoam texturing is where the Oracle Touch shines. You just place a pitcher under the wand, choose latte or cappuccino, and the machine froths the milk to a velvety consistency that rivals many coffee shop offerings. The key advantage here is consistency. Once you set the volume, the machine repeats it with minimal variance. That said, the steam wand isn't detachable, so cleaning it requires a bit of patience. You'll need to wipe it after each use and run a quick purge cycle. It's not a deal breaker, but it's an extra step you should be aware of if you plan to make multiple drinks a day. Now, let's talk about the hidden trade-offs. The Oracle Touch is a sizable unit, about the footprint of a small refrigerator. If your kitchen counter is already crowded, you'll need to carve out space, and the brushed stainless steel finish, while stylish, tends to show fingerprints and water spots. The machine also has a water reservoir of roughly 2 liters, which means you'll have to refill it every couple of days if you're a heavy user. The reservoir sits at the back, so refilling can be a little awkward unless you lift the whole unit off the counter, something most owners quickly get used to. Who should consider buying this? First, the home barista who enjoys the ritual of coffee but doesn't want to spend hours tweaking grind size and pressure on a manual lever machine. If you appreciate the convenience of a touchscreen and want a machine that can consistently produce espresso and milk-based drinks without you becoming a coffee science expert, the Oracle Touch fits the bill. It's also a good match for small offices or shared spaces where multiple users can rely on the preset programs without having to learn complex manual techniques. Who should skip it? If you're a purist who wants total control over every variable grind, dose, tamp pressure, and extraction time, the machine's automation might feel limiting. Likewise, if you're on a tight budget, the Oracle Touch sits at a premium price point, and you could achieve solid results with a less expensive dual boiler and a separate grinder. Finally, if you live in a tiny apartment and can't accommodate its size, you'll likely be better off with a compact Cup model. Practical strengths. The integrated grinder eliminates the need for a separate burr grinder, which saves counter space and ensures the beans are fresh right before extraction. The DOS control system consistently delivers the right amount of coffee for each shot, so you don't have to guess or waste grounds. The touch interface makes it easy for guests to make a drink without reading a manual, and the automatic milk texturing produces latte art-ready foam without a lot of elbow grease. The machine also comes with a bonus 2 free bags of specialty coffee when you register, which is A.